coming out this flat tonight?
I know. Simple.
What did you think about the fans booing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you think it was deserved?
You guys put him in the spot here, but probably, yeah, this season hasn't been what we think it was gonna be. But we still got time to make up.
What does it take to fix the season, to make things right?
To win games. Simple.
Is this as frustrated as you've been?
I mean, yeah, it's really frustrating. I think you can see it with me on the court. Sometimes I don't feel it's me. I'm just being out there. I used to have really fun, smiling on court, but it's just been so frustrating for a lot of reasons, not just basketball.
What else is going on?
I don't talk about my private life.
Okay.
Just a lot going on.
Luka Doncic is currently frustrated right now with the Dallas Mavericks. They are 36-39. Just back in February, they were the 4th seed before they made the trade for Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm not blaming their record on Kyrie Irving. I actually thought Luka and Kyrie will work. I'm like, this will be the most epic dynamic duo right now in the NBA on the offensive side. I know, hey, the defense is going to be horrendous. Like, the defense will suck because you traded your best defender, Dorian Finney-Smith. He's in Brooklyn now. You let him go. And plus, you don't have any front court bodies to protect the paint. And you don't have any good wing defenders or good guard defenders at that. You have no good defenders. You don't have one solid defender that you can count on every single night to bring it. Not lock down the superstar, but just limit them or make it tough for them. They don't have that no more. They don't have that at all. So I'm not blaming this on Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is not the common denominator here. Kyrie Irving is not the reason why Dallas has fallen off the map, and they are no longer in the play-in game right now. Luka said he's dealing with some things off the court, and he didn't want to get into his personal life. We saw the reports earlier this season when it came out, hey, he's suing his mom. I'm like, man, hey, bro, if you are suing your mom, that's a lot. That's a lot of stress. I can just imagine doing something that crazy, like suing your mom. But we don't know much about their story. It's just rumors around that right now. But Luka is a guy, man. This season, I had him as my MVP because the season he had last year was absolutely amazing. Took the Dallas Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals, beat the Phoenix Suns, a 60-win team, even though he lost to the Warriors in 5, and the Warriors eventually end up winning the NBA championship. I was still impressed with Luka's game because Luka's game, it grew so much. He wasn't just forcing all these crazy, bad step-back shots, even though he was at times, and he will make those shots. But now we are deep in the season. And Luka is taking those shots, and he's missing those shots. And when you miss those shots, you're not a good defensive team. You have the ability to lose to the Charlotte Hornets in back-to-back games. And that's what we're seeing right now. The defense for the Dallas Mavericks right now just sucks. It absolutely sucks. It's not good at all. And Jason Kidd doesn't play any big bodies. You have JaVale McGee. I wish Jason Kidd would utilize JaVale McGee just a little bit more. Put him out there. Let him get him some rebounds. Let him block shots. Let him just do something to disrupt the other opposing team in some way, some shape, some form, some fashion. You need to use JaVale McGee. Use him. And plus, you have no solid wing defenders now. They are no longer available. No solid guard defenders. And at times, I can see the Dallas Mavericks and Spurs play good team defense, but it's not consistent. They don't rebound. They get killed on the boards every single night because you're playing small ball, and just relying on Luka and Kyrie to get the job done every single night is something that you cannot really rely on. They cannot put up 150 points together. They cannot do that. They cannot put up 100 points together. I'm not saying that they can't. They have the ability, but they won't do that at a consistent rate. Not at all. And Luka, man, this is a guy had to win. He was going to win MVP, in my opinion, especially at the start of the season, midway through the season, playing great. They are the 4th seed. I was like, man, even though he's not Joker, he doesn't have the #1 seed, this dude needs to be in the MVP conversation, and he needs to be #1 or #2 because the numbers he's putting up are insane, and they are actually winning. But you trade away defenders, you get Kyrie Irving in the middle of the season. Now you're trying to mesh and make things work, and it's not working out well. And plus, Kyrie Irving already had a hard season. He's still dealing with all these things off the court. Dude's career almost ended a couple months ago, back in October. Let's not forget that. And now Luka's dealing with problems off the court. How do you handle that? My thing is, for the Dallas Mavericks to be a good team, you guys cannot just settle with just Luka and Kyrie just taking, hey, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And Luka's getting the same amount of shots that he was getting without Kyrie Irving. Without Kyrie Irving, the whole issue with the Dallas Mavericks is the defense. You're 20th in defense right now, in the 20th spot in defense. And they just rely on their 3-point shot. And when the 3-point shot is falling, it's falling. Let's take it back to December 25th, Christmas Day. This was a Christmas game. They went crazy on my Lakers. They went crazy. They couldn't miss a 3 at all. Now, Kyrie Irving, he wasn't there. They still had Dorian Finney-Smith, who was a solid defender. Okay, he can defend. He won't just shut down your superstar, but he will at least try his best to contain the superstar in some way. And he's not going to shut him down. He's going to be able to contain the superstar in some way, and you lose him. But Kyrie Irving and Luka, we saw these spurts, these small moments where they look great. They look awesome together, almost unstoppable on the offensive end together. But on defense, you're not getting that same effort at all. You're not getting that same effort at all. You have no front court bodies, to protect your guards when they get bloom pass. Like, bam, I beat Luka, I beat Kyrie, I'm at the rim. It's a free layup because you have no bodies down there to protect the paint. Christian Wood, he's okay, but he's not a solid body you can depend on the defensive end to protect the paint a little bit. Start using JaVale McGee. In some way you got to use JaVale McGee here. In my opinion, if the Dallas Mavericks really want to be successful, but they still have hope. They're still alive. They can still make the play-in game. But it's crazy to see a team that was in the 4th seed back in the beginning of February the 11th. You are the 4th seed. You traded for one of the best offensive players in the NBA today, and now you are no longer in the play-in tournament. You have Luka, who's a top 5 player. You have Kyrie, who's a top 10, top 12 player on your team, and you're not in the play-in. Wow, that is crazy. Now, we don't know what's going on in Luka's private life. We don't know. But the private life is affecting what he's doing on the court. And Luka said, man, I just don't feel like myself out there. Of course, you won't feel like yourself if you continue to lose game after game after game after game after game. Losing to Charlotte back-to-back, I know that definitely hurts. That hurts a lot. But this is a team that was the 4th seed. Got Kyrie Irving. You have the best 2 players in the backcourt. Every single night you step on the court, and you still end up losing games because nobody is committed on the defensive end. If they can get some way, they need to find a formula somehow to fix their defense. Because right now, I don't think they're listening to Jason Kidd. We know Jason Kidd said some remarks about Luka before. No bad remarks at all. Like, I remember Luka, he went to the backcourt. He didn't know he can go to the backcourt. Went to the backcourt. I really can't remember. And Jason Kidd gave him some flack for that. Like, he's a superstar. He should know the rules about this. And he has gave Luka a couple, critiques here and there. And rightfully so, he should. He's the coach. So I don't know if they're not listening to J. Kidd no more, but this small ball lineup just relying on the 3-point shot, and the 3-point shot alone is hurting this Dallas Mavericks team. It's hurting them a lot, and they need to fix it. They still have a chance to make the play-in because this is the team I want to see in the playoffs. Because after seeing that Phoenix and Dallas game, I'm like, man, I would love to see Phoenix versus Dallas in the first round. But we don't know if we will get that because the Dallas Mavericks have to make the playoffs, and I hope that they do. Kyrie Irving is not the person to blame in this situation, man. Let's not put the blame on Kyrie Irving and say Kyrie Irving is the reason why Luka isn't happy. Luka is still getting the same amount of shots he was getting before Kyrie Irving arrived. Right now, you're just not winning because you have no defenders. And when you get beat, Luka, and when Kyrie Irving gets beat, it's just a layup line for the opposing team. So if they can fix their defense, I can see this team making the playoffs and making a little bit of noise in potentially the first round or so. We have to wait and see.